So I went to see the new Frankenstein film starring Jacob Elordi and Oscar Isaac, and let me just say this: see this film. Please see this film. It's out on Netflix the 7th of November, I think. It's out in cinemas in the UK right now. I don't know about the US, but it's definitely out in the UK. So if you live in the UK, go to the cinema and see this film. Let's get into this. So this is my first ever Del Toro film. I've never seen a Del Toro film. I know he's done Pan's Labyrinth, which I need to watch, and Shape of Water, which again I need to watch. It won like an Oscar for Best Picture, I want to say. That was 2018, so I don't know if it did, but I remember it was up there. I remember watching the Oscars that year. It was always up there. Never watched it though. Never really heard anyone talk about it except for that night. So maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Maybe it's like a Green Book, but I don't know. I heard that he got slated recently for his Pinocchio film, which I heard that was terrible. Like, I've never watched it, but because of this film, I don't think... How could it be that bad, the Pinocchio film? Because this film is genuinely something to marvel at. So, for Frankenstein, what I heard of the film before this, I didn't see any trailers. I didn't see a marketing campaign at all for it. I just heard about it because I'm pretty into films, and I just hear about that sort of shit, like just films releasing theatrically when they're supposed to release on Netflix. Anyway, I saw that has a theatrical release. I said I'm gonna see it. I looked at Letterboxd. The most of the reviews are like 3 stars, 3.5. I was thinking, I didn't expect much, but bloody hell, this film, it's so good. It's so good. We'll get into the negatives soon, but it's so bloody good. Somebody that I follow on Letterboxd and TikTok, you might follow him as well if you're watching this video, Seth's Film Review, he put a 3 star, and somebody else that I follow that's an actor on Letterboxd put a 3 star as well. So I was just like, this is a 3-star film. It's not gonna blow me away, but man, this film raw. So what I'm trying to say is, if you see the reviews and you're like, I don't know whether to watch this, just watch it, please. If I had to describe this film to somebody that's kind of skeptical, if they like Tim Burton, like prime Tim Burton, that sort of gothic style, it's that and Robert Eggers' Nosferatu. It really reminded me of Nosferatu. It had that same energy of it. It was literally like I was watching this, I was like, this is Nosferatu, but in the best way possible. It's not a rip-off, it's nothing like that. It just has the same style, has the same visual elements, it has the same sets as well. The sets of Nosferatu was amazing. This has that as well. I want to get into the actors now. Jacob Elordi. I was not familiar with your game. Fuck me. He is so good in this. He plays Frankenstein. I'm not going to say anything about his performance and or say anything about the characters in that, but man, he is so good in this role. You fully buy into that he's Frankenstein. Jacob, like, he still looks like Jacob Elordi. That's the thing. The iconography of Frankenstein isn't there, in my opinion. It's an adaptation, which is fine. Different styles. It fits with Del Toro's style, I think. Children by Pan's Labyrinth, like the things that I've seen from it. It kind of fits with that style. How he's kind of designed. This isn't a spoiler, but it's kind of designed from other dead people, kind of mashed into one to make the super dead man. I think that's if you're familiar with Frankenstein, you should know about that. So yeah. But man, he loses himself. You do not see anything of Jacob Elordi in this. I've never really watched him. I've watched him in Kissing Booth 3. I remember watching that. Don't ask why I watched that. I just did. So I watched him in that, and I was like, he's one of those actors. He's okay. He's not the greatest actor, but he's not like terrible. Again, I wasn't really expecting much from him though, because there's only one good performance that people rave about. But this man, whoa, he is great. For Oscars though, I don't think he's gonna for award season, I don't think he's gonna get the praise, because I think there have been a way better supporting roles than him. So, it's fine. But let me talk about the big performance I love, Oscar Isaac. Oh my god, he is absolutely amazing in this. I was watching this, I was like, man, he could get nominated for an Oscar. I don't think he's going to win an Oscar for this. He shouldn't win an Oscar for this, but he definitely could get nominated. Both of the lead roles absolutely lose himself in these characters. They're just like, I'm not like much of like an acting kind of guy. I know a good performance when I see it, but I'm not like analysing a good performance. This is a really fucking good performance. But it's really hard to like. You lose yourself in it. It's 2.5 hours and you absolutely lose yourself. You buy into all the characters. It's amazing. When I was watching this film and watching Oscar Isaac's performance, I was thinking, if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which his whole Smasher Machine, the whole marketing campaign is, oh, I'm going to win an Oscar for this. That's the whole marketing campaign. If anyone thinks for a second he's going to get nominated for an Oscar for that performance, not Jacob Elordi, Oscar Isaac should be right there in that conversation, way in front of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for me. Oscar Isaac's absolutely amazing in this, and if you want to compare performance to performance, he's way better than Dwayne, and he's the one getting like the Oscar praise when really it should be Oscar Isaac, in my opinion. Anyway, the reason why these characters work so well, and the world works so well, and the story works so well, I'll get into the bad parts of it, by the way. I'm not going to just suck it off the whole time, because there are one or two bad things I do want to say about it. But for me, and what I got blown away by was the cinematography. It was absolutely beautiful. Every single frame was beautiful. I really thought, just every scene, every frame, every set design. The set design is another reason, but we'll get into that later. Every single thing about the cinematography, I absolutely loved. I thought it was 10/10. Absolutely amazing. Another thing that I want to touch on is the sets. Absolutely amazing. Like, it reminds me of Tim Burton. Prime Tim Burton, though. It's not like spooky or whatever. But they're so gothic, so like intricate with the designs. It's the best set, obviously, throughout the whole film, is definitely the massive house, the laboratory, whatever you want to say. That is beautiful. That set design, the hallway, the stairwell. The stairwell is the thing that really stands out to me. Also, the basement, beautiful. Everything about, and like the whole, it's just absolutely beautiful. The sets, whoa. Also, costumes. Like, I don't really notice great costumes, but when they're great, they are absolutely amazing. I noticed it for Wicked last year, and Nosferatu, I noticed it, but it doesn't really stand out to me. It's not really one of those things that stands out to me. But the costumes in this, they are terrific. And that goes kind of hand in hand with the makeup, with the Frankenstein makeup. Again, really looks great. I think everything looks-wise about this film, everything looks-wise, everything performance-wise, is 10/10, genuine brilliance. The negatives now. The negatives. We both felt this, me and my mate that went to see it. The first opening half an hour, maybe, before it's like it goes back to Victor Frankenstein's childhood. That was crap. That was genuinely boring. Like, the thing is, I'm not one to be criticizing cinema to be boring or slow. I don't like to criticize cinema, but when it really is painfully boring to watch, and it's kind of making me not want to rewatch it, even though I love so many things about it. That first half an hour to 45 minutes, I'd say, is just crap, man. It's really bad. It gets better, because obviously you have the prologue, the epilogue. I don't know. It's one of the two. I can't really tell the difference. I should probably look into that before uploading this. But the boat sequence, it's really good. That's really good. And then when he goes back, and then up until I'd say the when they go to the lab, that chunk, I think that's half an hour to 45 minutes. That chunk is dreadful. It's painfully boring. Again, cinematography brilliant, sets brilliant, costumes brilliant, performances brilliant, everything's brilliant. It's just that the story and making you care for the characters, it just doesn't do it. It really doesn't do it for me, and it didn't do it for my friend as well. So I think that's kind of the general consensus when people bash this film. I feel like they're bashing it for the first couple of minutes, but you get past that and you actually have like a genuine whale of a time. It does drag on though. Another thing that I want to say, it does drag on. It goes on because I'd say this is a spoiler warning now, because I might touch on some spoilers, but if you're not too fussed, then you should be fine. I was watching this. Now, the story's set up in 3 chunks. The prologue, so chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, it's like the prologue where Frankenstein comes up and attacks these shipmen. And then the chapter 1, chapter 2, one or two. It's been 2 days since I watched this, sorry. It goes into Victor Frankenstein's life and how he created Frankenstein, and all throughout that, and it kind of creates his perspective on the story, and then it kind of demonizes the monster Frankenstein. They don't say the monster's name, so I'm gonna say it's Frankenstein. But it demonizes Frankenstein, it demonizes the monster, and then you get the third part of the story where you grow to fall in love with with the monster, but the monster, his part is so slow and it drags on so much, because you're like, okay, we're almost done, and then part 3, the monster, and then you got another like 45 minutes of that. I don't mind it for the visual elements, but it did drag on. The story was still compelling. I still really enjoyed Jacob Elordi's performance. I enjoyed everyone's performance. But that's a negative. Like, I was just like, come on, we could probably wrap it up now. But it was still a visual feast. So that's, that's the caveat to everything in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all my thoughts. I just wanted to create this video to just kind of talk about my thoughts about this film, because bloody hell, it was amazing. This is my first kind of try at YouTube, so if you do enjoy it, leave a comment, leave a like. I'll probably do this more because I really enjoyed filming this. We'll see about editing, but but yeah, if you do want to watch this film, watching the cinema as well, you can, because it's so visually stunning that it has to be seen on the biggest screen possible, in my opinion. But it is on Netflix. If you can't be bothered to go to the cinema, it is on Netflix by November 7th. So please watch it when it comes out. I beg, you will not be disappointed.